Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Juliet, and this is just the second part of the 5-star predictions I made back in August. So there were 6 books that I predicted would be 5-star reads. I'm just going to go through them from number 6 all the way down to my favourite number 1. So the first one was The Drum Tower by Farnish Moshini, which was supposedly about, it was about the Iranian Revolution told through the eyes of a 16-year-old girl with mental illness. I was looking forward to this because I was thinking it was going to tell me a bit more about the Iranian Revolution and kind of educate me. Unfortunately, because it was told from a 16-year-old girl's perspective who had been locked away in the drum tower all her childhood, it was therefore very difficult for me to make sense of a lot of the novel. Not the fault of the writer, I think it's the fault of my historical knowledge. So for me, The Drum Tower, though it was quite an intriguing and compelling story, it didn't really do what I thought it was going to do, which was tell me a bit more about that time. So that's in at number 6. In at number 5 is A Memoir by Monique Roffey with the kisses of his mouth. And I've already done a review on this and I'll put a link to that down below. For me, this memoir didn't quite work. It felt like 2 different memoirs squashed together. One about the breakup of her relationship and one about her sexual exploration, and I felt she hadn't addressed the 2 together. So that's number 5. Number 4 on my list is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, which is a near-future dystopia where everyone lives in a virtual reality world. And really it's a kind of like a quest where a group of gamers are trying to follow a quest and win Halliday's egg, which is actually the ownership of this virtual reality environment. And it's really about the individual against the corporations. It was a good fun read. I just felt that the characters were underdeveloped. And I think it would suit a film very well, which is what it's going to be made into, but it wasn't a favourite read of mine. I have done a separate review for that one and I'll put that in a link down below. Number 3 on my list is Ashland and Vine by John Burnside. Now, I've already read The Dumb House by John Burnside and I wasn't particularly taken with that, but I saw some really good reviews and people talking about Ashland and Vine on BookTube, so I thought I'd give it a go. And it's about, well, it's kind of very far-reaching. It's about an elderly woman who befriends a younger woman and helps her to stop drinking. It encompasses the Vietnam War and World War II. It was an interesting enough novel. I'm just not sure I'm a John Burnside fan. I think that's the issue. So his writing is just not for me. But it was, you know, a good novel to read, well written, and I enjoyed the story. In at number 2 is The Housekeeper and the Professor by Yoko Agawa. This one was recommended on Britta Bowler's channel, and I have found I have similar taste to hers. I loved this novel, a very quiet novel about how the little things can make all the difference in life. It's about a professor who has a car accident and loses his ability to make memories. So he has a memory that only lasts for 80 minutes, and it's about the housekeeper who comes to work for him and her son. Nothing terrible happens in the novel. There's not a huge plot, but it's a beautifully written novel about the value of friendship, the value of family, and the value about making the most of what you have. So that was number 2. And in at number 1, the only one that I actually would give 5 stars to is The Power by Naomi Alderman. And again, I have done a discussion and review of this. I'll put a link down below. And how I think The Power is the Handmaid's Tale of the 21st century. Absolutely loved this. But then I love dystopian fiction. I love books that play with norms and expectations. So this one plays with gender norms. I loved the way it was set up with letters between Naomi Alderman and a fictional male writer at the beginning, at the end, which kind of give this novel that wider scope and explanation. I was quite happy with the novel flitting between different characters because there's different characters across the world that it follows. I just loved the ideas in this novel and what it was trying to say, and I would highly recommend The Power by Naomi Alderman, particularly if you like dystopia, particularly if you like Margaret Atwood. So there we go, that's a summary of my 5-star to be read predictions. As I say, only one of them, The Power, would I actually give 5 stars to, but they're all worth checking out in their own way. Oh, and there's Fred just trying to tap me on the arm. What do you want, Fred? You feeling left out? Yeah, we're going to go for a walk later. Okay? Okay? Bye-bye, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye. Go for a walk later.